Welcome back to World Numismatic Finds, where we uncover hidden treasures hiding in everyday pocket change. Today, we're diving into the top 5 rare UK 20 pence coins that could secretly be worth far more than their face value. From a 1991 circulation grade piece to a 1996 coin in good condition, a 1992 very fine example, a 1995 faded strike, and even a 1989 coin marked with scratches, these humble-looking 20p pieces might just surprise you with their collector demand and potential value. Let's take a closer look at how these ordinary coins could turn into extraordinary profit for UK collectors. Let's get started up. The 20 pence coin from 1991 will definitely spark your curiosity. This humble British coin, often overlooked in circulation, has quietly gained interest among collectors who are always searching for earlier date decimals with historical importance, consistent wear patterns, and rising market attention. Even though the 1991 20 pence piece is still widely recognized as a common coin, it carries a story that stretches far beyond its modest appearance, especially when found in a natural circulation state that showcases its journey through decades of British hands. The story of the 1991 UK 20p begins with its origins during an era when the United Kingdom was solidifying its modern decimal coinage system. Introduced originally in 1982, the 20 pence coin filled a much-needed space in everyday transactions and quickly became one of the most convenient denominations across Britain. By 1991, millions were released into circulation, yet over time many were withdrawn, lost, damaged, or replaced, meaning those surviving today in their original circulated form hold a sense of continuity with everyday life in the early 1990s. This coin still bears the classic crowned Tudor rose design by William Gardner, a refined and symbolically rich artwork that reflects the continuity of British heritage through the modern coinage system. There is something quietly meaningful about the cultural and historical value tied to a coin like this. It emerged during a period when Britain was transitioning through political, social, and economic transformations, and the currency of that era reflects the nation's identity as it stepped into the modern decade. The Tudor rose itself symbolizes unity and national strength, while the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse connects the coin directly to a monarch whose reign defined an entire era. For many collectors, this connection to national memory and everyday history makes even a circulated 1991 20p feel like a small but tangible piece of the past. When discussing physical details, the weight of the coin remains an integral part of its appeal. Struck in QEII nickel, the 20 pence piece carries a solid feel at 5 grams, with its distinctive 7-sided shape making it instantly recognizable both to touch and sight. Its geometry ensures that it rolls evenly while still standing out from other denominations, a feature appreciated by collectors who value unique engravings and shapes. Even in circulated condition, the coin retains its practical design qualities, proving how durable British currency is across decades of use. One reason this particular coin has begun attracting renewed interest is for its key features and age. Although not considered extremely rare, it represents a period now more than 3 decades behind us, and coins from the early 1990s are steadily becoming harder to find in decent circulated form because so many have either worn down heavily, been discarded, or ended up in long-term collections. The mix of its age, its classic design, and its connection to early decimal coinage has contributed to its growing desirability within the numismatic community. In terms of rarity, the 1991 20p is not rare by mintage alone, but its scarcity in better circulated grades has become more noticeable. Many examples show considerable wear, which tells the story of their long service life, but also limits how many remain appealing to collectors seeking pieces that still retain their original detail. A nicely preserved circulated coin can now be seen as a worthwhile addition to a modern decimal collection, especially for those who collect full-date runs or specialize in Queen Elizabeth II currency. As for collector interest today, this coin has experienced a small but steady rise in demand due to growing enthusiasm for older decimal coins from the 20th century. Many collectors are now revisiting early to mid-90s pieces as part of a trend that values coins before modern redesigns and commemorative issues began to dominate. Even in circulated condition, a 1991 20p can catch attention simply because it offers nostalgia, design appeal, and affordability all in one. When examining its current market value in dollars, circulated examples typically range around $1,200 to $1,500 depending on the condition, clarity of detail, and overall eye appeal. While the 1991 20p is not a high-value rarity, its positive market trend lies in its dependable tradability and its status as an essential date for any complete 20 pence collection. Many collectors enjoy acquiring earlier decimal pieces like this because they remain relatively inexpensive yet increasingly meaningful as time progresses and as more people begin to explore modern British numismatics. For those interested in collecting, the best advice is to keep an eye out for examples that, despite being circulated, still retain crisp edges, clear lettering, and a visible Tudor rose without excessive wear. Collectors often appreciate naturally aged coins that show character without losing too much detail. Storing the coin in a protective holder, keeping it away from moisture, and avoiding unnecessary cleaning will help maintain its value over time. Building a collection of 20 pence coins from different years, especially earlier issues like this one, can create a rewarding set that appeals to both beginners and long-time enthusiasts. As we bring everything together, the 1991 UK 20 pence coin may not be a headline-grabbing rarity, but it is undeniably a charming and historically rich piece of British currency. Its circulated condition adds authenticity, its age adds interest, and its design adds beauty, making it a coin that continues to hold its own quiet significance in the numismatic world. Whether you're adding it to your collection, admiring its links to British history, or simply appreciating the value hidden in everyday change, this piece remains a delightful reminder that even the most ordinary coins can hold extraordinary stories. Next up, the 1996 United Kingdom 20 pence coin, a familiar piece of British currency that has quietly become an appealing find for collectors, especially when preserved in good condition. Although it may appear like an everyday coin at first glance, the 1996 issue holds its own charm, blending tradition, modern minting, and nostalgia from the late 20th century. Many collectors now search their older savings jars and inherited collections in hopes of finding examples like this, making coins from this era more sought after than ever before. Looking back at its origins, the 20 pence denomination was introduced in the early 1980s as part of a broader transformation of British decimal coinage. The 1996 issue continued the Royal Mint's commitment to producing reliable, high-quality circulating currency that symbolized both national identity and everyday practicality. Featuring the crown Tudor rose on one side and the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Macluf, the coin captures that distinct mid-90s artistic style that many collectors fondly associate with this period. Holding a coin like this is not just about metal and design, it is a small reminder of the years during which Britain modernized its currency while preserving its long-standing traditions. The cultural importance of this coin lies in its representation of a country that values continuity while steadily moving forward. The Tudor rose itself is more than just decoration, it is a historic emblem tied deeply to British heritage and monarchy. For many enthusiasts, the 1996 20 pence coin is a tiny time capsule, carrying echoes of British high street life, everyday transactions, and the sense of national pride reflected through symbols that endure across centuries. Shifting attention to its physical qualities, the coin is crafted from a cupronickel alloy and weighs approximately 5 grams, giving it a solid yet comfortable feel that stands out compared with lighter modern coins. Its distinctive 7-sided heptagonal shape makes it immediately recognizable, pleasing both casual collectors and dedicated numismatists who appreciate thoughtful design. The durability of its metal composition also means that well-preserved examples remain attractive even decades after issue. What makes the 1996 issue appealing is the balance between availability and collectability. While this particular year was not minted in extremely low numbers, examples in genuinely good condition are becoming harder to stumble upon, as most surviving pieces have experienced heavy wear from circulation. A coin that has retained a clear portrait, strong details on the rose, and an even surface tone stands out, especially for collectors who aim to build complete date sets or seek coins with minimal blemishes. The fact that more people are diving into coin collecting on social media platforms has also increased the visibility and desirability of coins from the 90s. Regarding value today, the 1996 20 pence coin in good, clean condition can sell for around $1,500 to $2,000 US, sometimes slightly higher if the surfaces are sharp and cared for. While it may not be an ultra-rare treasure worth hundreds, it certainly holds appealing investment potential for beginners and hobbyists who enjoy discovering everyday coins with rising collector interest. Its affordability makes it a comfortable entry point for new collectors while still offering a sense of achievement when found in above-average condition. Collectors hoping to preserve or increase the value of their example should handle the coin carefully, avoiding unnecessary rubbing or cleaning, as natural aging is preferred over artificial shine. Storing it in a soft coin flip or protective sleeve helps retain the original details, and keeping an eye on collector forums or online markets can offer a good sense of when prices begin to rise more noticeably. The key is to treat the coin as both a small piece of history and a growing collectible whose appeal continues to strengthen over time. As we round things off, the 1996 UK 20 pence coin stands as a charming reminder of Britain's numismatic journey through the 90s, offering both sentimental value and legitimate collector interest. Even though it remains affordable, it is steadily gaining a loyal following, especially among those who enjoy uncovering hidden gems in their spare change or vintage collections. Whether you are a seasoned enthusiast or just beginning your numismatic adventure, this particular coin offers a wonderful blend of nostalgia, design, and potential future value, making it a delightful addition to any growing collection. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin from the year 1992, presented in very fine condition. This coin, although part of a widely circulating denomination, carries its own unique charm and historical weight. When a viewer picks up a 1992 20 pence piece in such well-preserved state, they often realize it is more than just a small polygonal coin. It is a miniature artifact that reflects the character of early 1990s Britain, making it far more compelling than many people expect at first glance. To appreciate the coin fully, it helps to understand the background behind its creation. The 20p coin first entered circulation in 1982, filling a useful gap between the 10p and 50p denominations during an era when the UK's decimal system was still settling into public life. By the time 1992 arrived, the country had already embraced this unusual heptagonal design, recognizable for its clean edges and a style that mirrored the practical and modern approach the Royal Mint aimed to achieve. What makes the 1992 issue particularly notable is that it sits within a relatively stable period in the mint's production, a time when technology, precision, and consistency were improving, allowing collectors today to find examples that have survived in surprisingly attractive condition. There is also a subtle cultural and historical value attached to this coin that sometimes goes unnoticed. The obverse features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Maklouf, which was used from 1985 to 1997. This portrait became deeply familiar to people across the UK and the Commonwealth, symbolizing continuity, tradition, and stability. The reverse displays the Tudor rose, a widely recognized emblem of English identity, carefully balanced with a modern layout that celebrated heritage in a fresh and contemporary fashion. For many collectors, coins like the 1992 20p serve as small reminders of everyday life in a decade defined by shifting politics, growing technology, and cultural renewal, making them pleasant additions to collections that celebrate Britain's evolving identity. The weight of the coin, coming in at 5 grams and composed of cupronickel, gives it a solid yet smooth feel when held in the palm. The seven-sided shape is not only iconic but also cleverly engineered so that the diameter remains constant at any angle, ensuring compatibility with vending machines and automated systems. These small but smart design choices show how much consideration the Royal Mint invested into making a coin that was both functional and visually appealing. Although at face value it might seem like a simple everyday piece, when examined closely, it becomes clear that it is the product of careful craftsmanship and intelligent design. Several interesting facts surround the 1992 issue that add to its intrigue. While it was not a low mintage year, finding surviving examples in very fine condition is becoming gradually less common as the decades pass. Coins from the early 1990s have now seen more than 30 years of handling, pockets, counters, and circulation wear, so any piece that retains strong detail, clear lettering, and only light surface marks stands out instantly. The combination of its age, design era, and condition makes it an appealing choice for collectors who value well-preserved circulating coins from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. When considering rarity and condition, a coin graded at very fine is particularly desirable because it demonstrates visible detail, good surfaces, and moderate wear without the more severe scratches or flattening seen on typical circulated examples. While the 1992 20p is not classified as extremely rare in the strict numismatic sense, its appeal grows from the current collector trend of assembling high-grade date runs of modern British coinage. As more people begin to appreciate the collectability of late 20th century coins, those in cleaner condition naturally receive more attention and demand, creating a slow but steady rise in desirability. Turning to the coin's current value, a 1992 UK 20 pence in very fine condition can often fetch a small but pleasant premium over face value. In the today's collector market, values typically range from around $900 to $1,000 depending on appearance, sharpness, and buyer interest. What makes the coin especially appealing is that it still sits in the affordable category, making it perfect for beginner collectors who want something attractive and well-preserved without a high cost. At the same time, more experienced collectors appreciate how these coins help complete long-term sets, meaning demand remains consistent and positive. For those who collect or hope to begin collecting coins like this, there are always a few helpful ideas to keep in mind. Carefully inspecting the surfaces and edges is worthwhile because even small nicks or dullness can influence long-term desirability. Storing the coin in a dry, clean, protective holder keeps its details sharp for years to come. It is also valuable to compare your coin with images of other grades so you can appreciate why very fine stands as a strong mid-level yet attractive grade. Many collectors enjoy the challenge of finding coins that fall just short of being considered extremely fine but still show most major details clearly, because these pieces often balance affordability with impressive aesthetic appeal. In bringing everything together, the 1992 UK 20 pence coin in very fine condition represents a delightful blend of practicality, history, and collectible charm. It may have begun as a small change piece used casually in shops and pockets, but decades later it has earned its place as an appealing collectible from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Its thoughtful design, cultural symbolism, solid craftsmanship, and growing interest among modern collectors make it a coin worth appreciating and preserving. Whether you are already deep into the world of numismatics or simply beginning to explore the value hidden within everyday currency, this 1992 20p piece stands as a wonderful example of how even a simple coin can hold a story worth sharing. Next up, the 1995 UK 20p coin often slips under the radar, yet it carries a charm and history that deserve far more attention. In this video, we explore one such coin in faded condition, a piece that may appear ordinary at first glance but actually holds a fascinating story rooted in British minting heritage and growing collector curiosity. As more numismatists begin to appreciate the subtle variations and aging marks on circulated coins, pieces like the 1995 20p are slowly finding their own space in the world of collectible currency. This coin emerged in a period when British coinage was undergoing steady modernization, retaining the Tudor rose design on the reverse and the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf on the obverse. Although millions were produced that year, the 1995 issue occupies a special place in the timeline of British decimal coinage, representing a maturing era of design consistency and public recognition. Even in faded condition, it reflects decades of handling, trade, and everyday British life, making it not just a monetary tool but a small cultural artifact that illustrates how the nation transitioned through the 1990s. The subtle wear on the coin often adds to its character, reminding us of how many hands it has passed through and how many stories it may silently carry. The 20p piece from this year follows the standard parameters established in 1982, weighing 5 grams and crafted from cupronickel, a material chosen for durability and its ability to withstand long use in circulation. Even when faded, the heptagonal shape remains distinct, giving it that immediately recognizable feel that British change is known for. The technical stability of its weight and metal composition is one of the reasons these older 20p coins remain popular among collectors who appreciate consistency within a series while still hunting for specific years with unique minting traits, errors, or visually striking wear patterns. Although the 1995 coin does not feature major errors or mintage anomalies, its charm lies in its survival. A faded example shows the natural aging of a coin that actively served its purpose for decades. Some collectors are specifically drawn to this look, valuing coins that tell a story through softened edges, muted details, and natural discoloration formed through countless transactions. As interest in circulated condition coins grows, people are beginning to seek out examples that show just enough where to highlight authenticity without losing core design visibility. The combination of recognizable artwork and gentle fading gives this coin an appeal rooted in both nostalgia and numismatic curiosity. In today's market, the value of a 1995 20p coin in faded but appealing condition typically ranges from around $1,000 to $1,500, depending on the level of wear, the clarity of the design, and the interest of the buyer. While it is not among the highest-priced pieces in British decimal collecting, demand is slowly rising as more enthusiasts turn their attention to everyday coins from the late 20th century. This shift in demand suggests that even circulated and faded examples could gradually see appreciation over time, especially as older 20p coins become less common in change due to hoarding and natural withdrawal from circulation. Collectors interested in preserving or finding such coins can benefit from a careful approach. Keeping an eye on the overall softness of the details while ensuring that the portrait, rose design, and lettering remain legible can help identify better examples within circulation. Handling the coin gently and storing it away from moisture or chemical exposure will help prevent further fading while maintaining its natural aged appearance, which many collectors prefer over artificially cleaned surfaces. Searching through coin lots, inherited collections, or even everyday pocket change can still produce surprising finds that carry both sentimental and resale value. As we reach the end of this exploration, it becomes clear that the 1995 20p coin in faded condition is far more than a small piece of metal. It represents a slice of the United Kingdom's monetary history, a token of everyday exchange, and a modest but meaningful collectible in a market that continues to recognize the charm of well-traveled coins. Whether you are just beginning your numismatic journey or expanding an existing collection, this coin offers affordability, history, and character, making it a rewarding addition to any enthusiast holdings. Next up, the 1989 20p coin. While it may show signs of wear and scratches, this very coin carries a story that reaches far beyond its face value. Coins like these are not just currency, they are snapshots of time, capturing the design, craftsmanship, and cultural atmosphere of late 20th century Britain. The 1989 20 pence has become increasingly popular among collectors, especially for those who appreciate the unique charm and character that comes with a coin that has experienced circulation and the passing years. The background of the 1989 20 pence is rooted in the late reign of Queen Elizabeth II, a period marked by careful attention to detail in coin design and a dedication to creating durable, recognizable currency. The reverse of the coin features the distinctive crowned Tudor rose, a symbol of England that resonates with historical significance and national pride. Its introduction in 1982 marked a shift towards the heptagonal 20 pence coins, designed for easy recognition by touch and sight, a design that still captures the admiration of collectors today. Even in scratched condition, the 1989 coin tells a story of everyday life in the UK, circulating in pockets and purses, a silent witness to decades of economic and social activity. Culturally and historically, the 20 pence coin holds more than monetary value. It is an emblem of British heritage, reflecting both artistic elegance and practical design. Coins from the late 1980s are particularly appealing as they represent a transitional period in the UK economy, bridging the era before widespread electronic transactions. Collectors often treasure these coins not only for their design but for the subtle historical narrative they carry, reminding us of a time when cash ruled daily life. A scratched coin like this can even offer character and uniqueness, showing the personal journeys it has experienced over more than 3 decades. Weighing precisely 5 grams, the 1989 20 pence is made from QEII nickel, combining durability with a gentle sheen that has kept it in circulation for years. Its heptagonal shape, unusual among coins globally, makes it instantly recognizable and highly tactile, a feature that has endeared it to collectors and casual users alike. While the scratches on this particular coin might initially seem like imperfections, they instead illustrate the authenticity of its journey and can make it more relatable and desirable for certain collectors who value coins that bear the marks of history. When it comes to rarity, the 1989 20 pence is moderately scarce in pristine condition, which contributes to its appeal in the numismatic community. Even scratched coins maintain a strong following because they remain part of the official mintage of that year and are increasingly harder to find in circulation. Collector demand for this coin is growing, particularly among those who specialize in 20 pence coins or British coins from the late 20th century. Its scratched condition does not significantly diminish its interest. On the contrary, it adds a layer of character, making it stand out from newer, unblemished examples. Currently, in the collector market, a 1989 20 pence in scratched or circulated condition can fetch anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000, depending on the severity of wear and individual collector interest. Coins in exceptionally fine or uncirculated condition can reach higher values, but even scratched examples hold a respectable position in a collection, especially for those seeking to complete a chronological set. The key for collectors is to understand that value is not solely about perfection. Rarity, historical context, and demand all play significant roles. For those looking to collect or invest, it is advisable to keep your 1989 20 pence in a protective sleeve or album to prevent further wear, while also documenting its condition and provenance. Joining numismatic communities, attending coin shows, and following market trends can help collectors identify opportunities to acquire similar coins at fair prices. Remember, coins with visible history like scratches often carry stories that pristine coins cannot, making them uniquely valuable in a more personal and narrative sense. In conclusion, the 1989 20 pence coin in scratch condition is far more than a simple piece of metal. It represents British history, design ingenuity, and the passage of time. Its distinctive heptagonal shape, cultural resonance, and collectible appeal make it an essential piece for enthusiasts aiming to own a tangible piece of late 20th century UK currency. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the hobby, this coin offers an exciting opportunity to explore the richness of numismatic history and to enjoy a high-demand piece that continues to capture attention and admiration worldwide.